how are you? Hey, Diva.
Hey.
We rolling Olo solo today. Perry ain't feeling good. He's supposed to be in the bed. He might show up in the chat. You know how he do, child. It is what it is.
Yeah. Feel
Not
better,
much.
Perry.
Hey, look it. Oh my goodness. Perry, go to bed. Go to bed. So listen, it's been really dead over the last couple of weeks. Not a lot going on. But we got some interesting story today. I think they're kind of interesting. One, we're going to talk about Omarian. Now, Omarian did a versus a couple days ago, about 4 days ago, with against Mario, and it was terrible. Could not sing. I cannot play the clip because copyright. It was terrible, like that kind of terrible.
Oh
Well,
my
now we have the
God.
reason why. Terrible. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Nene Leakes. She's being sued. She's going around because she's doing a show called College Hill on BET. This is going to be interesting. I think Lamar Odom's going to be in the house. Different people are going to be in the house, but she's doing a lot of interviews. And someone asked her about Yoni and her being sued. And so we're going to go a little bit deeper and talk about she probably is never going to let Yoni go just because how bad her life was before he came into it. I know how you feel, Diva. Then we're going to talk about Wendy Williams. Just did an interview with TMZ and saying some things that are not true, that she's going to come back with a podcast and stuff like that. And is something wrong with her? Is something wrong with her? Her people won't come out and say it. And so every time she does these interviews, the media exploits her because they know something's kind of wrong. It's just a mess, a mess, a mess. But before we get into all of that, I have to play a word from my sponsors. Today's video is sponsored by Blissy. Video is brought to you by Blissy. Blissy offers silk pillowcases which give you better hair, better skin, and incredible sleep. This is a completely natural and hypoallergenic silk pillowcase designed by a team of experts that does wonders for your overall health while you sleep. I used to toss and turn at night when sleeping with traditional cotton pillowcases, but that's a thing of the past now with Blissy. It's made of 100% mulberry silk, which means Blissy pillowcases are both cool and hypoallergenic. The mulberry silk helps regulate temperatures while you sleep, and it stays much cooler than cotton, which is a must during these hot summer nights to help you feel more refreshed in the mornings. Blissy silk fibers are less absorbent than cotton to help your skin retain more moisture for improved skin, and has moisture wicking to help prevent night sweats. Not only am I a fan, but Blissy has earned high praise from publications such as Good Housekeeping, Oprah's O Magazine, Glamour, and Pop Sugar, to say a few. So go to blissy.com/Sharrell or just click the link below and you will get an additional 30% off your order and free worldwide shipping. Get your energy back, sleep better, and even improve your hair and skin with Blissy silk pillowcases. And there you have it. Got to pay the bills. Thank you, Blissy. So you guys don't forget to click in the link. Each click benefits me for each click. All right. This is crazy. I want to start out with the Omarian story. This is not usually our age group, or B2K. They were okay. I don't usually talk about music. I usually stick to reality TV. But a portion of what I'm going to say is on the TV show Love and Hip Hop. Okay. B2K has some serious problems going on. Okay. So let's go back to the beginning. Where do you know the members? I wonder if I should put their picture up.
Yeah, put it up. Let's
B2K. I think this is my oldest son's time group. I don't know. I used to live in Marietta, California, and they used to live in our neighborhood. Yeah, they did. But they were hot. They were like the hot young group. All the girls loved them. I would say, that had to be maybe mid 2000s when they lived near us. I never was into them like that because I'm not. like it was like a girl. They don't even have boy groups anymore, I don't think. Do they? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Okay, so here's the group. I don't even know if this is a good picture. See if I can make it bigger. Here's the group. And here's Omarian, the lead singer. They were so cute back in the day, and look how innocent they were.
Yeah.
They look so innocent, but they had so much going on. So I don't even have to say according to the rumors, because we all know Rasby, the one here. I don't know if you can see my marker on the end, very, very end here. Allegedly was, well, not alleged, he says it. He was, how should I say it, Diva? Hard by the manager, Chris Stokes. So we had that problem going on, and it really sent him into this crazy. He couldn't handle it. I'll put it that way. He moved to China for a while. They were doing a reality TV show at one time where Omarian wasn't a part of, and he blurted it out. You R'd me. Okay. So then fought and tried to fight him on camera. So they never really aired it, but it was a big deal. At the time, Omarian got all the attention because he was the lead singer. And this caused, allegedly, according to rumors, a lot of tension between the men. They said that Little Fizz here, who was on God, what's the name of the show? Love and Hip Hop. He started out dating Omarian's girlfriend, Jennifer Freeman. Do you guys remember her from that show, My Wife and Kids? You don't remember? But he developed a habit of taking Omarian's girls because they said they were kind of jealous of him. And besides that, he was supposed to be the cute one of the group. And it worked its way all the way up until Love and Hip Hop. In one season, it was Love and Hip Hop and his wife, Omarion, and his wife, April. She comes back the next season and she's with Little Fizz. A mess, okay? A mess. So this made Little Omarion mad. So he broke up with them, decided he didn't want to be a part of the group no more. I don't blame him. You're messing with my girls. And then the other one kept saying that he was better than Omarion. This is the J-Boog, the one in the dark skin one. And so they just had all these things going on. So he left the group, started working with Chris Stokes again. Ooh. This is a mess. This is a mess. Now you have supposedly him, and also Rasby's brother, Marcus Houston. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But he married some young girl. He married this really young girl, Marcus.
Yeah. But they said he had a hard time dealing with it too. So you got all this going on. So he leaves the group, dogs him out, and then he goes on this versus with Mario. Okay. It was terrible. Terrible. Okay. I've never seen somebody sing this damn bad. I was like, what in the world is going on? Well, during the verses, Mario blurts out, "You don't even sing your lyrics." Yeah, this is crazy. You don't even sing your lyrics. And he kind of blew it off. Let me tell you what the rumor is. Let me put this on the screen. Omarion doesn't sing his lyrics, according to rumors. Who sings his lyrics is a guy named Steve Russell. Ciao. I know. So they got like a Milli Vanilli type situation going on. Okay. They're saying he don't even sing. And then the other guys are coming out confirming it. Now, yeah, they're all saying Omarion does not sing his lyrics. But at the same time, while that's going on, they're throwing shade at Omarion because they don't like him, because they said they not only saying that he left the group, now they're saying he got kicked out the group. Let me play this for y'all. This is a mess. This is a mess. Oh, thank you, lovely. I forgot my banner. This is a mess. This is what Omarion and them were posting. I mean, the rest of the group was posting after he sung so terrible. Remember the saying from the Temptations when they said, "Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis," and they fired him from the group? Do you remember that, Diva? They're throwing shade. Okay, they're posting this. Child, this is a mess. They're posting this, saying you can't sing and you got served and
oh my
this,
God.
yeah, kind of calling them out that you don't sing. Yeah. So not only did he not sing good, or according to them, listen to this. The group says, you ain't nothing without us. It's a mess. I know. It is a mess. But the verses didn't go good at all, too, because it just didn't feel right with other backup singers. I mean, backup dancers.
Right.
So this is a mess. We have a real live, okay, new Milli Vanilli situation going on. The group is a mess. What are your thoughts? Do you feel sorry for the group?
Well, I do, right? Because listen, let's be clear. There no New Edition, because New Edition, New Edition had their issues, right? But they always backed each other up like
They
brothers.
did.
They
Yeah.
really did. Even I think one of Bobby Brown's song, when he first did his own single project by himself, somebody else in the group, the name is slipping my mind right now, sung part of Every Little Step You Take for him because Bobby was too out of it. Yes. Yes, he actually finished Bobby Brown's song, right? It never really said anything about it. I forgot when it actually came out. I think it came out in one of their documentaries or something like that. But he wasn't running the streets saying I sung his song. And they all back each other up. So listen, if you, while y'all was a group making money, if you was okay playing it off then, thank you. Ralph sung part of his song.
Wow.
Part of that. Yeah. So if you were making the money when he was part of the group and you was okay with the lies and the shenanigans, why are you calling him out now? You mad because he left the group? So that's in on Love and Hip Hop. I was watching it for a little while. I did think Fizz was being very messy. I don't care what the problem is. I'm not dating, my bandmate, even if we fell out. I'm not dating their ex. He was very messy with that. And now to know that he was doing that, but way before April is even messier. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
In terms of what happened to them, I think probably it's probably rare when you have a manager like that, touching part of the group members. I'm sure in my mind, it didn't stop with a select few. It probably hit the
Diva.
Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah. This man was disgusting. This man was disgusting.
You're saying if you're gonna violate one, you're gonna violate them all, and the other members are just not saying, "Oh,
yeah, yeah." I
want to say that, but wouldn't Fizz just say if he was touched?
Well, you know what? That's a hard thing and a difficult thing to talk about and deal with, right? And so that's why I'm saying that, they all probably went through their own individual issues as a result of that particular person doing what he did. And here's the thing. I'm not, I can't, until you're in a situation, you don't really know what you would do, but it should not be allowed in the industry that a child can go and be with just these managers and these people and not have a chaperone of a parent or a third party adult. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I don't want to blame the parents, but you need to know where your child is at all damn time. How you got time to violate my son?
Well, because I think they pretty much, once they sign, and I'm not blaming the parents, but I think that the industry should have a stipulation that when you are dealing with underage talent, that there has to be an outside party chaperone for these particular individuals. They can't just be with you. That manager is sick. He's sick.
The whole group is. The whole group needs therapy. He just didn't sleep with Omarian's ex. That she has 2 children by him. You slept with his baby mama and then try to form a family of your own. I see everybody in chat is dragging the hell out of Ray J. So we got to mention it. Did you hear Ray J come on the stage and sing before? It was
Yeah, it was terrible. It was tragic. It was tragic. And he had the baby in his hand. It was tragic. That whole situation was a hot mess. It was. Yes. I'm
One
sorry.
wish.
I was trying to ignore it. I saw it out the corner of my eye. But yeah, it was tragic. It was tragic. Uh-huh.
First, I was listening to it, and then you know you go, wait, what? Oh my God! Baji says kids get emmed mostly by people's parents' trust. It's just a whole thing. I think that's what affected the group. Well, here they're facing a lot of things. When you're dealing with a lead singer that's doing all the
Mm-hmm.
singing,
Right.
every group says it at some point you want to be like, well, I could sing too.
Yep.
And now he didn't even sing, according to them. He was. What if
It's
none of them? Because this is a mess. This is a mess.
it's a
This
mess.
is a mess.
It's a mess.
And Omarian, I think y'all need counseling.
Yes.
Y'all need to get back together or try to make amends with each other. Y'all know I'm ready to talk. Look at the Don. Okay, Don. Listen. So this is a mess. I think that they need counseling as a group.
Yes.
I mean, but I understand Omarion. You slept with, it made a storyline, came on the show,
Yes, he did.
replacing me.
Yes, he did. And then was mad because I didn't want to do the tour with you. But you sleeping with my baby mother. Like I should push you off the stage.
I
Like, come on, let's go on tour. I'm gonna push you off the stage by accident.
And with that being said, let me move on. I will say this end on this note. That was the worst versus of all times. It was terrible.
Well, it's fighting with the Shaka Khan one because Shaka Khan couldn't really sing none of her songs either. These verses, at first they was cool and everything.
And
now they becoming tragic. They're just digging people up. They dusting them off. Okay.
Why is they straight clowning Ray J? It was bad. And then
it was
back
terrible.
And then Ray J and said the reason he couldn't sing so good because he's holding the baby.
Even his sister was like, stop it.
One wish. That's the whole thing. I mean, Ray J, he ain't never been a crooner to begin with.
Right.
Just the whole thing bad. He wasn't the only one that sang bad. The only one that sang good was Mario. You just gonna call Omarion now. You don't even sing your own songs. What? It's a mess. It's a mess. Yeah. But let's move on. We got other tragedies to visit today. Let's talk about Nene. Okay. Nene is doing a show now called College Hill.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, they're going to go around to different colleges because I thought they're going to go back to school. It's if you attended a HBC, you'll go back and see what life is like on campus these days. A little different than the other seasons where they had the kids almost do like a real world type of situation. So she's going around doing press about that. She has to do press about College Hill, but they're going to ask her about being sued.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're just going to ask you about it. And she's coming out saying that's between Yoni and his wife and that she did nothing wrong. She tried to make a joke out of it. But I learned this information that I wanted everybody to know and see if it changed everybody's thoughts on Nene, because Nene is getting dragged. You're not the only one just getting dragged. And they're saying that she's going to lose the case because there's evidence to show you with this man.
Mm-hmm.
But they're saying when Greg first passed away, Nene got extremely, extremely depressed. No friends came around. And that's kind of weird because where's Cynthia? Well, did she push it? Well, they're saying no friends came around. I just always thought Nene had lots of friends, but no friends came around. She was alone. Her son had moved out the house, and they said it was getting really bad, and some worried about her borderline, doing something to herself. So when Yoni came around, he gave her life again. So I know that's not her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't gear up on me. That's not her husband, but did it change your opinion on her? This relationship, is something. Oh, I ain't gonna say it. Let me play. I can't because of the diva. Let me play a little bit of how she described. But anyway, she's going around saying, "Well, I don't need Yoni," but the rumor is it's not true. It's not true at all that she was a mess without him, and he came in and turned her life around. And she's claiming that that didn't happen. This is a lot going on because no matter what happened, everyone will say that's not your husband. Let me play the clip before I let Diva at her. Hold on. This is her saying that I don't need a man. Now, she did mention Marlo's name, but they're saying after Greg first passed, Marlo did not come around. I have in the chat here, someone saying that, did I miss it?
He's a cousin. She needs to come up.
Cousin. I'm going to drop the link, cousin, if you want to come up. This reminds me of the day when Portia's cousin came up. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Does this change how you feel about Nene? I could see somebody. She was with Greg a long time.
You know what, Sharrell? I think everybody can connect, whether it happened to them or not. The situation that happened, right? It was her husband, Greg. They was together a long time. She cared for him throughout his illness, and she had to unfortunately see his decline and his demise, right? But my thing is, you said no friends came around. What is this saying? It says, be careful who you step on the way up, because you might have to see them on the way down. So here's the thing. We can't neglect the fact or ignore the fact that Nene did her dirt. And what was she doing to her friends when she was rising to the top? So now in your time of need, and let's go back to Claudia Jordan. Remember when Nene's husband, when Greg did pass, and the group got together and sent her flowers, and how she talked about that, right? And Claudia Jordan kind of went off and said a whole message. It was the right message from the wrong messenger. So the thing is, Nene always is like, she uses her mouth. It is her best enemy, her worst enemy, right? It got her to the top, but it also brought her down in the gutter. So she isolated herself and iced her friends out. So that's why she was where she was. But before she started dating Yoni, there was allegedly a young guy that she was dating.
Yeah, I seen that guy.
So with the whole loneliness, I can get being lonely, I could get being depressed, but do you want to now make another woman suffer by taking her man so you could be happy? And my thing is, a lot of people saying, well, they wasn't together, they can date, blah, blah, blah. My thing is, if you really want true happiness, tell that man, go finish your business over there. You done with your wife? Then divorce her. And when you have your divorce papers, come see me then.
Bonji says, really, Sharrell? Cynthia, meds help depression, not another woman's husband. Really, Sharrell? Look, I got to do a show. You're not stopping me, Bonji. And now the person that claims to be the cousin is saying that Greg knew about him. Even if he knew. People are saying that's not your man. That's not your man.
Well, this Sharrell got to come up here. Did his wife know about Nene?
Well, the wife said no.
Right.
The wife saying she didn't know.
So you know what I mean? Yeah, she got to come up. She got to give us more detail.
I was just wondering though how I would feel if I lost my husband and I was down and out. I don't care if she was seeing somebody else. They were together a long time. She loved Greg. Open relationship, closed relationship. She loved him. You can't be with anybody that long and not love them. Had to be devastating. And I remember her saying that she was lonely or the friends weren't reaching out and stuff like that. It's just a hard situation to be in. I wonder if we're being too judgmental on Nene. Okay, Bonji, I know. Don't. All right, so that's that. Let's move on. Let's talk about Wendy Williams. Now, Wendy Williams got caught coming outside by TMZ where they asked her some questions. I cannot play the footage. I can't show you it because you know how TMZ, they are straight crazy. Came out, asked Wendy Williams, how you doing? I wished I could show this video. She did not look right. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be mean to her or nothing like that. She did not look right. She gave this crazy explanation that didn't make sense to me because he asked her, what are you doing next? Let me see if I can play this. Then after that, she shows up and gives an interview to TMZ. Let me see if I can put this on the screen. Gives an interview to TMZ where some of the questions she answered and then some she didn't. I don't even know if I could play this footage. No, I can't because it's TMZ. So she's telling people that she's going to do a podcast, that she's lined up Kim Kardashian, she's lined up the family members, Trump family members, stuff like this. Her manager comes out and says that this is not true. Seems to be the situation. Like we said before, that she has suffered damage from drug abuse, and that she suffers times where she is forgetful and she doesn't remember things. But this interview that she gave to TMZ, she looked. Let me just see if I can play this for y'all so we could just hear this together. I can't put it on screen. Let's see if I got this here. It's just the whole thing is kind of sad. Can you hear this?
Hey Wendy, how you doing?
Very well, thanks.
That's good. Any new projects you're working on now that your show's over?
Excuse me. I love more Naira, and we got out gracefully.
All right. Anything else?
Podcast, of course.
Okay.
Which will make more money for me than doing the TV show.
That's great. All right. Have a wonderful night.
He says, hi, Wendy, how are you doing? Any projects that you want to talk about? She says, I love somebody. I couldn't catch the name. He did not ask her that. She said she's doing a upcoming podcast. It's going to make more money than the TV show. If you could just see the tape, she does not look there. And it falls in line with Deadmar Mercury came out and said the day after her show, she suffers bouts of not remembering things. This falls in line with what you seen when you went to the Wendy Williams show. They are doing her a disservice if they just come out and if they don't come out and say the truth, whatever it is, just say it. If not, you're going to have her showing up on these tabloids saying stuff that's not true. And then they're going to talk about that. They need the family or business owners or business managers or people around her needs to come out and tell the truth. Why are we still hiding what's going on with Wendy Williams when Deadmar Mercury came out and said she's never going to be the same? This is sad.
It is very sad, but you know what, Sharrell, they're not fooling the general public because until she can go to Wells Fargo and use her ATM card on her own without permission, I'm not believing nothing. Okay. She can't even control her own money right now. So let alone, so we know it's obvious that something is not right. But I think she's saying that because they done pumped her up so much behind the scenes. She probably don't know true from not true herself. So every time she appears somewhere, she's saying about this podcast because that's what they was pumping in her head behind the scenes, right? And you can tell anytime you saying like stuff that doesn't even make sense, like you love so and so, come on.
Or is there a possibility they're hoping that the damage she created with drugs and alcohol can reverse itself? Because you said, well, you're a nurse. What did you say? Can it reverse itself?
Well, listen, Sharrell, we never know until we know somebody's true medical, documents. But let's say this, the family know it ain't so.
Yeah.
The family sees her on every day on a regular basis. And if she was remotely going to be able to recover from this to the point where she can do a show or a podcast again, I think she would have been at that point already. They had enough money and enough time to have her in extensive therapy. So I think it is what it is with her right now. And I think that they need to stop exploiting her because the family is allowing her to go out. She's not just randomly opening that door and going out.
I don't know. Do you hide her from the public? Because now she's going through, I'm going to call it dementia stage, or she's not well anymore. Do we hide her from the public? She's still, I don't know what to do. I don't know.
You
It's a
protect
mess.
her from the public. You protect her from the public. Remember this. Now, this is she's from way back, but her name was B. Smith. She had a lot of restaurants. She was like, she was big, right? And then towards the end of her life, she got one of those type of syndromes, dementia, whatever. And you know, her husband kept her out the public eye. Now, her husband is a whole nother story in and of itself, because he had a girlfriend and all this nonsense. But the bigger picture is he kept her out the public eye because she was such a public figure. He wanted the world to remember her as she was.
Who's letting her go on TMZ? She's sitting in that house in front of a camera like you and me. Somebody has set up the camera for her to go on the TV on TMZ show.
That greedy family that's still trying to put her out as a workforce and get some more money.
Banji says, why is she always asking about those micro shorts? I can't. Banji, no. It is so sad to see her like this. It is. Tommy lying about her. At least she never stole a husband. Oh! Hey, Perry.
Hey,
What's up? What's up, people? How y'all doing?
Hey,
What up?
Okay,
What up? What up?
I can't with Perry if you don't stop. What's
No.
your thought? Okay, Don, you want to talk about B2K first?
All of it. But
Go ahead.
You said
B-
all of them.
B2K. Well, Mario clearly won this battle.
Did you watch it?
I was back and forth.
It was a mess. It was a mess. Did you watch Ray J?
Wrong.
It was bad. Go ahead. Sorry, keep going. Don?
I'm sorry. I'm here. I was back and forth. I couldn't watch it all. It was a tragic situation. From the beginning. The beginning was way too long. And then they came on and that was just it was terrible. Mario,
If you know you can't sing, Don.
right.
I'm not trying
Right.
to go live. Okay, no, I'm busy that
Exactly.
night. I
And
can't
see-
do it.
And see,
Make it
usually
make sense.
Omarion, B2K usually sings with stems. And so
Yeah.
Versus has live mics. And see,
Yep.
Omarion came up there with a live mic.
Mhm.
And that's where they made that mistake with that live mic. And
It was a
couldn't-
mess.
He
It was a
couldn't lip
mess.
sync with that live mic. Mario is a crooner.
Yep.
Mario is an old school singer in a new school age.
Made him look
So
stupid.
Mario
didn't he?
was able to sing. Now, Omarion can scoot back and forth across the stage. Everybody know he can slide across the stage and hip and dip and jump
Yeah.
off the stage and fireworks and pyro. That's what he's good for.
Uh-huh.
But he can't sing. He made a fool of himself.
Yeah.
He made a complete
Can
fool
we
of
be
himself.
can we be softer on Omarion?
No, we can't.
Because Fizz took his woman. I feel a little bad for him.
But Sharrell, you didn't mention one thing.
What?
J Bug was allegedly sleeping with Omarion's mom.
Wait, what you talking about? Stop.
On
What are you talking about?
On the reunion, when April and Fizz were sleeping with each other, April alluded to she said, well, you don't want me to bring out everything. And J Bug said, we can talk about it because it was already out there. And J Bug said, I can empty my clip now. And yeah, J Bug was sleeping with Omarion's mom, allegedly, but everybody knew
What
that.
kind of shit they got going on in B2K?
Yeah.
It sounds like a freaky situation.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, did you watch the season where April came back with Little Fizz and it was just a mess?
Yeah, it was all in that season, all in that same season.
You don't do your boy like that.
No.
I think Lil Fizz did Omarion wrong. Point blank, period. And so did April. She did.
Yes,
Like,
she
what
did
is she
too.
thinking? She with
Yeah.
Tay Diggs now. That's a whole nother story. I'll get into
Yeah.
that later. But anyway, AAE says Omarion isn't R&B pop. Mario is the crooner. Well said, yeah. Perry, did you watch the verses or hear about Omarion's
Oh
tragedy?
no. I mean, because I don't really follow that shit. It happens almost like every 2 or 3 weeks. I really don't watch it. Don't give a damn about Mario and Marion. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, right?
Uh-huh.
But this is the thing I wanted to say about the Wendy thing.
Mm.
Like, I think it's sad,
Mm-hmm.
very sad, because people want to come, you attack stuff, but we're not the people you should be attacking. It's the people who put her on Front Street.
Who's
Yep.
attacking us?
Oh, no. Wendy fans. They attack us all the time. Oh, Wendy's coming back. She's doing this. Wendy
no.
is not well.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, regardless of this last clip I seen, go to TMZ, check it out yourself. We
She
can't
did
show
not
it.
look well.
We cannot show it.
We can't show
They
it.
asked her one question and she talked about, I don't know, bango. You know what I'm saying? Like, bango.
Perry, don't, Diva, don't. She's not well.
No. I'm only saying, like, the person's
Yeah.
not there. And
You
I
don't
get
know
it.
what she's gonna say if you ask her a question.
Right. But then she tries, and I give her the effort because she really do try to stay focused.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can't, you can't.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
These
Mhm.
people out here just trying to get any dollar off her because
Yeah.
they couldn't do it because they could not do it on their own.
You're telling me that TMZ know something wrong with Wendy, but
No.
because
I'm saying TMZ probably knows something wrong with her like we do.
Mhm.
But the family is hiding it, her friends, exes,
Yeah.
or whatever is hiding
Yeah.
shit, right?
Yeah.
My thing is TMZ just doing their job.
Mhm.
Whether
Yeah.
it was Elvis
Yeah.
or whoever, they did the report. So this is not on TMZ.
That's
This
true.
is all about, and my feelings, all about them.
Mm.
How hungry are you
Right.
to put somebody out there in a mental state? And tragedy happened in everybody's lives. We all
I
have
don't know,
lost
Perry.
people.
That's a tough statement. You're saying that her handlers is intentionally exploiting her. That's what you're saying.
Sharrell,
Yeah.
Sharrell, I'm telling you this, and this is my personal opinion. It's no facts in it because we all guessing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is this. I just feel like people are using her because their face is not making dollars. Okay.
Right.
But her face do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what we need you to do, and if you notice, it's always only 30-second clips.
Mm-hmm.
We can't go 5 minutes
Yeah.
with a constant conversation, right? They
Yeah.
set her up for these things to show because now they want to promote this podcast, right?
Yeah.
And then typically a podcast, like say you sign a contract, it is still a minimum up front that they can make off of her.
Mhm.
And then if she don't fulfill her obligations, they still savage something. I feel like these people are hungry for money.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And I can't say which one it is. I mean, and it's not my job to say which one it is. I'm just saying people putting her in a bad predicament. Then they want to come out and say, oh, my sister's fine. Everything's great. Well, you know what? I wish it was. But in life, it don't go that way.
Mm.
Right.
We all have
Yeah.
family members that hit a bad point where we know it was no return. Let's keep it real,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I just think that's what's going on. And it's a sad thing in Wendy's world. It's a sad thing in society how people will use others. Because if you were so fucking great, where's your face at on the camera?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Perry, we getting real.
Wendy brung all this shit up, and Wendy was an icon. She did her thing, but so was Elvis. And we can just Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? It's different people have their things, right? But what I'm saying is enough is enough of the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Stop trying to capitalize on somebody else's downfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
That's
Sharrell.
fact. That's
I-
fact.
I truly think Wendy had a mental break after her mom died and after she did that movie.
Movie? Oh,
Yeah,
her
the mo-
documentary, her
yeah,
bio.
the Lifetime, because she had to relive all of that stuff.
Mm.
And then, if you notice, she started deteriorating. Even on the show, she wasn't the same.
Bonji says, agree with Perry today. Sherry was on The View in the Bahamas. Maybe that's why they pushed her in front of the cameras. I don't know. It's crazy.
Mm.
Agree with Perry today. Hi, Lisa. Can you close your tab? Maybe that's why they pushed her in front of the cameras. I don't know. It's crazy.
But Sharrell, I would say this while she fixed that. The reason why they push her in front of the camera is they know time is at essence. Time is at essence, right? They trying to make this money grab. They trying to convince whoever they may sign this deal with podcast that she's fine. With those 30 seconds, I'm just gonna be brutally honest here, right? She is not fine. She is not fine. You say, hi, Wendy, how you doing? Whatever. Oh yeah, I really like Bango.
Perry, stop.
No.
I know,
I'm using
just
that word
don't.
loosely, but I want you to understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know.
Follow the story.
Yeah.
It's not right. She's staggering.
I know.
And
it's sad.
Instead of being there to support her, you there to rob her, basically, in my opinion.
Michael, can you turn down your TV?
Yes, ma'am. Fake man.
Hi, Lisa. I want you to sound off on Nene really quickly. Does it make a difference to you that Nene was really in a dark place before Yoni?
Yeah, it makes a difference for me because when you go through stuff like that, sometimes, you don't know which way to turn. And there's something about that situation that fills a void for her, whether it's that missing piece of Greg or the fulfillment of her friends or whatever. It does something for her. So I gotta just stick up for Nene this time.
What do you say to women like Bonji and Diva? They say they don't give a damn.
I mean, I think everybody's entitled to their opinion. It may be something with Bonji and Diva that they've been through in their personal life that they relate to it differently.
Right.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Diva.
Well, what I was going to say is, so I'm depressed, right? And I'm going to steal somebody else's husband, and now I'm going to leave them depressed to make myself feel better. Like, so two wrongs don't make a right. So, if I'm depressed and I need a man to fill that depression in that void, then there's a plenty of single men out there that I could have go with and sleep with them or fulfill with them or whatever, so that I won't feel that way. So,
okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
I think Michael got something to say. He's trying to. Michael,
let me respond to that.
I'm go ahead, finish, Diva. I'm just messing with Diva. I'm raising my hand like, hey.
Okay. Hey, Mike.
Lord.
You want to respond to that, Lisa?
What I'm gonna say to that?
I don't got time for that.
Perry.
I do not agree with her running out there snatching a man. I say this all the time to my friends. It's too many out there to be messing with somebody else's. That's just ridiculous.
Right, and that's true.
There's
And
too many out there to be picking somebody else's. However, you don't know how that condo went. You don't know if she came up on him, he came up on her. And no, I don't agree with messing with somebody's man, but I have to respect that that was something tragic that none of us can really touch. But if we go through it, we have our own reasons for doing what we do while we do.
Come on, Diva. She's got a point.
It's the hypocrisy for me. It's the hypocrisy for me.
I mean, it can be the
Nene spent years on the Housewives.
Come on, Dawn.
Sleeping with married men, season after season after season after season. And then here you go with this married man. But then you can't say I understand, Nene's situation. It is wrong sleeping with a married man. Wait a minute. You can't say it is wrong sleeping with a married man. However,
maybe I heard you like the 5th, 6th, 8th time. You can't sleep with married men. I get you.
No, but no, there is no however.
Oh, it's a however. You don't
it is wrong sleeping with a married man. It is wrong sleeping with a married woman.
Okay,
period.
Let's back it up. We all.
There is no however. There is no comma.
Listen, you have to listen. It don't have to be this serious, but ethically speaking, it may be what it is on the surface, but underneath all of that nonsense, you ain't there.
This is what she's saying. She's saying real life kicks in.
Right.
It does.
Paper that don't seem right. Y'all have to understand. Y'all don't understand what she was going through. She was at a low point.
Well,
Now, it might not be the perfect situation, but that man came and saved her.
Thank
But
you.
Okay.
Thank
No.
you.
And this is
I
what I'm
am
saying.
not
Did
saying,
that
but
man
Perry,
come
I
and
agree with you, Perry. Perry, I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm not condoning that taking man stuff. I'm not condoning the backdoor stuff. I'm not doing that. What I am saying is it changed my opinion. That's what we talked about.
No,
Because
but right, we hear you, but I want to say this. For a person who coined the phrase, close your legs to married men, and then you open your legs to a married man, you're a hypocrite.
Diva.
okay, we can talk about that. We can talk about that. I think everybody on this panel, listen, I think everybody on this panel, one way or another, has been a hypocrite to their own self. Whether you started going to church,
Yeah,
whether you decided to be a vegetarian, we make changes in our life and we make those decisions based on the changes that's happening, whether we make those choices to change or not. What I'm saying is, based on these circumstances,
listen, we can all say that we can all say we have changed our mind. But when you're being a straight hypocrite, when you're preaching to people over and over again in front of millions of people that say, close your legs to marry man, and you're calling them all kind of whores or whatever, and you have no grace and no mercy as to maybe why they was with that married man, and then you want to turn around and say, oh, because I was this, that, and the other, I was sad, that's why I slept with somebody's husband. Well, maybe they slept with somebody's husband because they was sad and they was lonely, and the same exact thing. No, if the answer is close your legs to marry man, close your legs to marry man.
Right, but Diva.
Okay, but wait a minute. Okay, Diva, I hear you. Close your legs to married men with so many seasons ago. Now she stands on that. That's her tag. That's her line. That's it. However, she ain't on that level where she's not able to, you know what I mean? She make mistakes. She the whole thing, the comedy thing, standing up on stage, she has made mistakes coming in, statements, everything else. The point is people change as time goes on because you grow. Even in Greg's death, in one way or another, she has grown and has continued to grow. And whatever that boy she need for her to keep her from jumping off that cliff, how could you not? Because regardless of everything, it's just like, just support that sister. No, we don't get it. We don't agree. We don't understand.
But see, I like you, but she has grown. She made a video. After the girl sued her. She made a video saying, yours, mine, ours. Where's the growth? There's no growth.
Okay. You knew he was married. What are we doing? Is this biblical? Listen, this is in today's world. Look at today's world. That's not even a rule, a law in America anymore. Everybody's doing what they need to do, what they want to do to make it. If that means being a hypocrite, if that means telling a lie, whatever she got to do to maintain whatever she in, whether it's her mental,
that don't sound good, Lisa.
This is incredible. Can I say one thing, please?
Okay. And then we gotta let Michael talk. He has not said one word.
Okay. If it takes the death, okay. Greg passed. Mm-hmm. If Nene needed a friend, and this man came in her life allegedly after Greg to be her friend, she couldn't keep her hole closed.
I can't
until after his divorce to be a friend of this married man.
Come on.
You know, to be a friend. You don't have to open your legs to get support.
Let me ask you a question, Don. Sometimes we've all been there where we don't make the right decisions.
The right
Real life
decision
gets in the way. Something happens to you, you don't know how to handle the situation, right?
But Sharrell, the right decision. We're talking about, okay, the word mistake was said. Now, if a mistake is once, maybe twice, but not over and over, consecutive year.
Have you ever had to deal with a death, Don?
You know what?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I have. That's not called a mistake. That's called a conscious
Let
choice.
me say this.
What you want, we all make them.
Hold on. Let me say this. This is the hardest thing you have to deal with in your life. Death. The hardest thing, and you don't know how you're going to handle that. You might make some mistakes during your grieving process.
Right. You know what, Sharrell? Here's
Do
the
we
thing.
judge you for that?
No, Sharrell, here's the thing. Your morals don't change because of circumstances.
Absolutely.
They do not.
Okay. You know what, Diva.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If your moral is intact, I don't care what happens. It's
Diva,
not
you've
going to
made
change the
mistakes.
circumstances.
You're not perfect. You've
Diva,
made
you're
mistakes.
not
No, but
perfect.
see,
I'm not
I know I'm not perfect, but guess what, Sharrell? If tomorrow I am dead broke, I'm still not going to go rob a bank.
But
Right.
You wouldn't.
But you know what, Diva? You might run to the store to grab a candy bar or something, especially if you got some kids to feed.
No, I'm gonna go to my neighbor and I'm gonna beg for some food, but I'm not gonna rob nobody.
All I'm saying is this, Diva. This is all I'm saying. You might not do that, but other people might be so low. And I don't know if you ever been in. Well, I've talked to you. You've been in dark places. It's a lonely place to be until it brings you physical pain.
But you know what, Sharrell, you know we talk, and I had physical pain.
You're one of my best friends. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I had physical pain, and I still did not go down in the gutter because if it's not in you, you're not going to do it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, so
Carrie, let her talk, because somebody feels like Diva and somebody feels like me.
Well,
and we're getting our sides out.
I get what Diva's saying. Nobody's saying this, right? Everybody knows it's morally wrong.
Hold on, let me do this really quick, Perry. I'm sorry if I missed your super chats. The conversation got good. Lovely says, yeah, she's lonely, but someone else's husband or wife isn't the answer.
Come on, amen.
Okay, so let me.
9/11 windows took husbands during their grief too. Ooh. Go ahead.
Okay. Sure, I get all that, right?
Oh wait, one more. Sorry, I got to catch up on you.
Okay, yeah,
you can't make wrong right.
Oh, come on.
No. Nobody's here to make wrong right because we all have made mistakes. We all in our life have been hypocrites to what we have said. Keep your legs closed to married men. I can say, hey, you know what? Oh, that drug head, and then you might go and take something. So I'm saying we all hypocritical at some point in our life.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with Nene, most people can judge from the outside. You don't know what that person have went through.
Yeah.
When Greg's passing and you see somebody that you love, life sink away.
Oh, don't make
no.
cry.
I'm saying we don't truly know, right?
Yeah.
But we all make mistakes. Let's make that perfectly clear, right? But this shit is not all about Nene because everybody's gonna make it the Nene project, right?
Oh, Yoni.
No. Yoni, yeah, right.
He knew he was married.
The whole thing is this, right? People go, how can she miss with a married man? That married man left his house.
That's true. That's true.
His house, HIS, his damn house, right?
That's true, Perry.
If it wasn't Nene, it would have been Rebecca.
That's true, Perry.
Can I say this real quick to Diva? Oh, girl, I love you so much. Listen, what I did learn, look, going through I'm 50 years old. I got 4 kids, and I've been through some things where, listen, all I could do is think about what I might have to do if I don't figure this situation out right now. But what I would say to you is this: everybody don't grow up with the same morals and values. I came up in the Catholic Church, and when my grandmother died, because that's all I had, I ain't been back to church. Right there, my morals and values, my morals changed a little bit because I was devoted to going to church every Sunday for Mass. It's less than an hour, so I can do that. But I'm just saying, everybody don't have the same support growing up into that. What people usually do? Some people don't show up for funerals. That really could have been a really big thing. Then you got all his kids. You know they was looking at her for the money. So
let me say this. You look good. You look good.
Yeah, you look good.
Your 4 kids. But you know what though? I still got to tell you this. If every widow went after somebody else's husband, the world would be a mess. You can go through your grieving, okay?
Yes.
You better get on.
Nobody got time for that.
With some dating websites. With some dating websites, you better get on a dating website, but don't be taking nobody else's husband.
true.
Diva,
Like I said,
diva,
it's too many
diva.
boys, it's too many men out there to be taking somebody else's. I said that from the jump, and I believe in that. I don't believe in messing with somebody. I don't care what the circumstances are. If you so much look like you want to talk to somebody I knew, that was done. But everybody don't have the same values and morals. That's all I'm saying, baby.
Okay, let me ask Michael. Michael, we have over talked you, Michael.
Come
What
on,
is your
Mike.
belief? Do you look at Nene different now?
You know what, Sharrell Boo? Hey, actually, I didn't come to talk about all that. I came to wish my partner happy, to make sure he got better well, so he can be ready for Friday night. That's the reason I really
No,
got
you
on here.
didn't.
I'll be
No,
ready
you
for
didn't.
Friday. I'll be ready for
Yeah.
Friday.
Well, now I'm gonna make you talk about Nene since you called in. What do you think about Nene with the married man?
I mean, you know what? I totally agree with my baby mama, Diva up there. You know what I'm saying?
Diva's your baby mama?
Yeah, that's my baby mama. Diva, you better tell her.
No, wait, did you take her out to dinner with the $50? Wait a minute, Diva. Michael, did you take her out to dinner with the $50? You have to remember?
We had some issues on the way.
Oh,
But
okay.
on some real though, hey, you damn, y'all know I can't hardly. I'm almost like Wendy now. I can't remember stuff.
Child, no,
Hey,
Michael.
wait a minute, Sharrell. Nah, but with I mean, Nene was I used to love me some Nene because she was crazy as hell. That's why I loved her. But
Right.
I'm with Diva when she said that. Close your. She talked so bad to that pink girl. What's her name?
Pink.
What's the pink girl on the show? What's the pink girl on the show?
Kim's OC.
Kim. Yeah. She tore that poor child down so bad. I'm like, dang, Didi, don't be. I mean, I felt kind of bad for the girl. And now she done went out and did the same exact thing. She talking about Marlo screwing married me.
What's happening?
I'm like, so why? I mean, I'm like, damn, that must be some water they drinking in that show because everybody going after married men. I ain't mad at them, but damn, what they say, teach what you preach or practice what you preach. That's what they need to do.
Michael.
All right.
Hey,
Baby daddy.
Hold on, let me do this. I gotta bring in some new callers because I got a long line. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you all.
Guys.
Hang on, Don. Thank you guys so much.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Michael. I love you. You a mess. I love you.
And you look good for 50.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she looked good for 50.
Yes,
Okay, let me
she
read this.
does.
I mean, Nene took Greg from his first wife. Ain't nothing wrong if Nene Tootsie's cat open like a jack and the barrel for married men. Ooh. And Audrey says, go on a hook up site. That's all, child.
Yeah.
Let's try to take more callers.
But Sharrell, let me say this.
Hi,
though.
Michelle.
I mean, Sharrell, let me say this. Hey,
Hi,
Michelle.
everyone.
Hey, how you
Hi.
doing? Can I say
Go ahead,
this?
Perry. Go ahead.
So, Sharrell,
Go ahead.
we acting like, you know what? Most people got these morals, right? Don't open your legs to married men. Why is the morals forgotten when that man made the vows, right?
I'm with you there, Perry.
Let's go back to step one, right? First base, right?
Yeah.
Look, the whole thing is this. Yeah, is it right? Because you wouldn't want it done to you, right?
Right.
But at the same time, he the one left his house. Nene did not go to North Carolina or wherever the hell she at, went through his back window, kidnapped this motherfucker, right? This shit did not happen. So why are we acting like this what happened, right? Nene said some things. Well, you know, because a lot of people say things and until they're in that situation, right? Well, there's no way I'd be out there begging for a quarter on the corner until they had to, right? Maybe
You trying to get Diva riled up. Stop.
No. I don't know.
Stop.
People got to understand this, right? Because Nene never proposed to.
I agree with you,
his
Perry.
wife.
Why isn't Yoni on the hook? We have not discussed him not once.
Not
We're
a
all
goddamn
going
one
after
time.
Nene.
It's all
No,
about Nene did this. Nene, you know what though? If it wasn't Nene, he would have took his ass to Magic City and got Blondie.
Well, you know what, Perry, though, but now Nene's getting sued.
Well,
You think Yanni gonna write the check for her? Yanni gonna write the check for her?
no, Diva. She getting sued, right? But that don't mean she gonna lose.
Mm.
You can say she getting sued, right? All our actions come with consequences, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm just saying, but when are we gonna get back to who broke the vows?
Absolutely.
Yes.
But didn't Nene say for 10 seasons, I'm a good judge of character?
Uh-oh, come on,
That's
Don.
true. That's true.
Okay.
Come on.
But Don, people lie to themselves
Drop
all
the
the time.
mic.
People lie to themselves. And you know
Drop
what,
the
Don? Let's keep
mic.
it real. Look, now, let's keep it real. We always go, hey man, that shit happened to me last week. I ain't gonna let this shit happen again. But it happened again because we let it, right? So I'm saying people say things.
All right. Let me talk to the people who didn't talk. Michelle, sound off. What do you want
Okay.
to add to?
All right. My question is, did this man tell Nene he was married when they met?
I don't
Probably
know.
not.
People in the chat
Probably
are
not.
saying that Greg knew about it and Nene, they had an open marriage.
Well, that
According
was
to the wife, no.
yes. No. Okay. So I've been married 47 years. So my thing is, as a wife, and God forbid if I ever lose my husband, I don't think at that time, I know everybody grieves differently, but I don't think I would run into a man's arms in the bed so fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying we have a grieving time on. Some people grieve 1 month, some people grieve for years. But for her, see, I kind of deal with the man and her. They both got 50-50 in this because I want to know, what did he say to her when he met her?
Yeah.
When they start dealing, did he finally tell her, look, I'm married, I'm separated? And if she said, okay, I go along with it, we can deal, then I don't have no problem with it. You know what I mean? Because those are two adults.
Yeah. It's a mess. What do you think, Buzz?
Exactly what you just said. It's a mess because I see both sides. I do see where, she went through a lot and it's like, okay, you need comfort. But my thing is, shoot, we talking about Wendy. You should have did what Wendy did. She found her a young man, did what she was gonna do and sent them backpacking. Okay, you better figure it out instead of messing with a married man. And I don't think it's because she was just going through something, Sharrell. Like they keep pointing out. Hey, Greg was married. She took him from his wife. So it ain't just like, a knee-jerk reaction out of pain. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also, too, I wanted to talk about Wendy. Did you see the other? I sent Perry the video when she was coming out the car. Did you see the other one when she was actually talking to the DMZ?
Yeah. And she was putting her feet on the camera. And she just can't hold a decent conversation.
Not for 2 minutes. Not for 2 minutes.
She drifts. It's just a lot.
I didn't see it yet because I just got home and I just sent it to you because I just saw it. Somebody sent it to me, so I sent it to you. So it was bad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Oh my God.
Well, my thing is she had a nervous breakdown. I mean, being married a long time, your husband cheat on you, and then he make a baby out the process.
And then you lose your mother. This was all in the same year.
That's a lot. That's a lot of loss.
I get it. Yeah. No, I mean, you got that going on. You got her medical condition going on.
Right.
And we getting older. And we know when we get older, people.
Yes.
Shit ain't the same when we was 18.
Don't say the same.
And I agree with everybody because I think everybody was like in agreement with Whitney that they are exploiting her in the sense of they know that they're not the face. Like Perry said, Perry, you was preaching. They don't make the face. So they gonna do whatever they gotta do. And you want to know what? I think part of her, because she's not, I mean, she ain't all the way there, but she ain't totally crazy. I think part of her is going along with it because first
she
of
want
all,
her money.
She want the money. And she know that's part of the way for her to show that she.
Wait, whoa! What are you saying, Buzz? You think Wendy's?
You gotta pretend that you a sound mind. What's the best way to show that you in a sound mind? Being out in the public eye. Then you going back to work. And matter of fact, that's the same thing that got her in trouble in the first place. Wells Fargo was on her butt, so she had to go out on the beach. Whether that was an old video, new video, I don't know.
But you're saying she's in and out. At times she knows what she's saying. At other times she don't. Is that what you're saying?
I believe that I don't know if it's an in and out thing, but I do know she's not 100%, but she's not all the way gone. And I do believe that part of her was going along with them putting her out there because she wanted her money, and two, she wants to be back to work in her own way. And
Yeah.
then
Right.
three, you got to think about this. That's all she had was her show, her people. So part of her is fighting back for her money, for what her legacy is. It's a lot. It's a lot going at her. And
Fighting
then
back for the life she once knew.
Once had.
exactly.
Yeah, Perry.
Exactly. And then also too, they are putting her out there because if she don't make the money, if they don't put her out there, who gonna pay for Lil Kevin already had to drop out of school. He can't even finish school. He was almost done. And Wells Fargo done screwed that up. So she gotta come out here and prove something.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
daddy's in his 90s. She got to pay for him. You know, it's a lot. So I do believe they exploiting her, but you know, it's like a means to an end. But I do think it's foul. I do think that no matter what's going on financially, they need to find a way to just let her rest. I'm
Yeah.
not, and this is
Yeah.
coming from a Wendy fan. A
Yeah.
fan, I will go in the comments and go windmill, but this is not right.
No,
Right,
it's not.
right. No, I
No.
agree.
Then sound off really quickly. I'm almost out of time.
Okay. With Wendy's situation, I feel like Wendy, she may have had a nervous breakdown, but however, she shows a clear sign of dementia. And that some stages of your dementia that you go through is you're going to only remember a certain point in your life. And when you get to a certain stage of that dementia, then you go back to your childhood. So, I mean, I feel like it's the drugs and dementia. So, poor Wendy, she looked a hot mess with that same wig she's been wearing since she left.
I can't.
Man, you look terrible.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
Come on, sis.
Terry, you
Stop.
gotta quit.
She is a
And
mess.
she is hot. I mean, it's a hot mess. And with Miss Nene,
Mhm.
I can see her side. And Diva, don't you say one word. I can see her side in a sense because a woman, whatever a man tells you, okay, you married? No. What is she supposed to do then? She's lonely already. But from my understanding, Peter introduced her to.
He did.
He
Yeah.
introduced her.
Okay.
So that's letting my friend know, okay, he's okay. Then Peter introduced us, and he's a good friend.
So we're gonna trust Peter.
Sometimes it goes that way.
All right,
Yep.
let me go ahead and wrap this up.
Sin, but wait, Sharrell. Sin. Let's
Yeah,
do
come
this.
on, girl, get me.
Now with the internet and a simple search, and you can find out whether somebody's married or not. And when you in the car with your man next to you and you putting up yours, mine, and ours, you know that he's involved because you saying it right there in those three simple words.
hell no.
Hold on, let me.
Time for that.
Gary, please stop. Please stop with
Fair.
that. All right, I want to say this, Heather. I hope everything's okay. I just seen your tweet. There shouldn't be any problems. You've been with me a long time, so you guys know she's one of my oldies. Well, that doesn't sound right. Faithfuls.
No.
Okay, I'll say it that way. Yeah. So, let me go ahead and wrap this up. This turned into a really good topic. Thank you guys for calling in. I appreciate it.
And I feel so blessed. I got in twice in one day.
I know.
Well, this is my first time being on Sharrell. But I be with Perry on Friday, Sharrell.
Oh, we get in there real quick, don't we?
Yes, we do, Sin. Yes, we have a
We
good
get there
time.
real quick.
Yes.
Waiting on Michael.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
But
you guys.
wait,
for calling.
Sharrell, I have one more question.
Well, you have
And
to
I have
hurry,
to tell you, I know I need to tell you a story when we're off the air, but Perry, why Lisa ain't been back on there? She with the man from Asia.
No. Listen, I gotta go, Sin. You hold that. I'll stand backstage, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys for calling in. I appreciate it. Good
All right.
conversation.
Y'all
Take
have a
care,
good
guys.
one.
Everybody.
Y'all
All right.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. All right. I am running out of time. There we go. Perry, thanks for joining us. We know you're not feeling well today. Let me read this last super chat and then I gotta go. Nene divorced Greg for cheating. They were remarried by Judge Mathis on a special episode. I remember that. If you look at some of the past Real Housewives of Atlanta, they appear to have an open marriage. That's the rumor.
Wow.
All right. This was a great conversation, Diva. I'll say this. I understand why you think the way you think. I know I'm blessed enough to know you personally. You are the strongest woman I know. a strong
but
bitch.
I
And
mean, I
I
say
learn
this.
from
I
you
mean,
every day. You do.
it's not
All
that
right,
I
you
don't.
guys. I
It's
want to
not that.
just apologize if I didn't get to your call backstage. I am simply out of time. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps my video. Also, I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do, so I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. This was a good conversation. Thank you, everybody, for being so opinionated. And Perry, the sound effect. Yeah. On three, let's say bye, guys. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Everybody.
Bye.